Hi there, warm welcome. You watching Blueprint Exclusive. Now viewers, are some more equal than others? Are rules different based on which side of the political spectrum that you're on? Can political parties take polar opposite stance when it comes to the same issue based on whether or not they are ruling a state? Well, we certainly think so. In fact, this is the reason why. Just days after the Congress criticized the Yogi government over its social media policy for influencers, a Karnataka minister now has appealed to the people and influencers to make reels on their own achievements. That's right. Karnataka's Women and Child Welfare Minister, Lakshmi Hebbalkar, has introduced a new reward scheme for beneficiaries of the Gruha Lakshmi scheme. She has urged people to create reels about these schemes and how it has benefited them and upload them on social media. She's even announced that there'll be prizes for those who manage to get the maximum number of hits and views on those reels, praising the Karnataka government and its Congress's schemes. Watch this.
ಇಲ್ಲಿಯವರೆಗೆ ಗೃಹಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿಯು ತಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನ ಈ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ತಂದಿದೆ, ಈ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನ ಬನ್ನಿ ನಮ್ಮೊಂದಿಗೆ ಹಂಚಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ರೀಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಚಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಯಾರು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ರೀಲ್ಸ್ ಓಡುತ್ತೆ, ವ್ಯೂಸ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕುತ್ತೋ ಅಂತ ಕುಟುಂಬಕ್ಕೆ, ಅಂತ ಯಜಮಾನಿಗೆ, ಅಂತ ಗೃಹಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಹೆಬ್ಬಾಳ್ಕರ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಬಹುಮಾನ, ಒಂದು ತಿಂಗಳು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್ 30ನೇ ತಾರೀಕಿನವರೆಗೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ರೀಲ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ವ್ಯೂ ಸಿಕ್ಕಂತ ರೀಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಂತವ್ರಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಬಹುಮಾನವನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಹರಿಯಪ್, ಮೊದಲ 50 ಜನರ ದಾರಿಯನ್ನ ನಾನು ಕಾಯ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
In fact, the BJP has slammed the Congress's misplaced priorities, as they call it, reminding the government that it has often found itself cash-strapped due to the guarantees. But it seems to have money to even spend on reels now. This, they ask, is this the Khatakat model of Rahul Gandhi?
Karnataka government, they've said we have no money for development because of all the looting and all the corruption. So therefore, now the only way out is to try and create a narrative with these videos that they will source, pay some people for the videos and try and pretend that their schemes are working. Look, the people of Karnataka, the people of India are increasingly very, very aware of the true DNA of the Congress party.
I think Karnataka Congress government so already fail in all sectors. In development, there is no money. For the schools, the repair of the schools, there is no money. For Anganwadi, for repair is no money. For reels, minister saying we are giving 54 lakhs. What is this? To appreciate the government. It's not. First you have to do Anganwadi properly, to supply the food properly, and schools properly. There is no money for the salary. So I think this is a cheap popularity to gain government. Using the money unnecessarily for reels, using the money.
So here's the interesting dichotomy. Now you think that this is the government's way of celebrating a year of Karnataka government's guarantee schemes. The Gruha Lakshmi scheme, which provides 2,000 rupees to women in the state. The minister has encouraged sharing the reels on all social media handles. But if we just rewind to 5 days back, when the Yogi government had brought in a similar scheme in Uttar Pradesh, encouraging influencers to speak about the achievements of UP, but back then, the Congress had criticized it. In fact, it seems like it is now unacceptable in Uttar Pradesh. But when it comes to Karnataka, where Congress itself is in power, watch how they say it's acceptable and also being promoted.
We all know that media has got controlled in Uttar Pradesh, and Uttar Pradesh media has been controlled by BJP, and Mr. Yogi is able to do that through using all other, weaponizing the officials and others. Media has become one-sided. Now social media, which reports the real issues of people, now they want to control that also. This is against the press freedom itself, and we should always be against these kind of attempts by any government. It may be any India Alliance or in the BJP governments. These kind of steps is dangerous for the society and dangerous for the freedom of press itself.
So Lakshmi Abbalkar has made the statement for encouraging the women. So the BJP commenting on that one is baseless, and definitely they are unhappy with this program because they know that people, Mahila, youngsters, all are supporting Congress party.
So let me go across to our panelists. Here on Times Now, as always, we get you both sides of the story. We have Dr. Narendra Rangappa, who's joining us, spokesperson of the BJP. Dr. Nikul Patel is joining us, a leader with the Congress party. Dr. Nikul Patel, I'm going to come to you first. After all, when it comes to Uttar Pradesh, you have Congress saying that this is a dangerous precedent, that Yogi is using social media, trying to control social media by boasting about their own schemes. But when it comes to Karnataka, the Congress is saying it's a very welcome scheme. It's wonderful that Karnataka is going to use influencers to promote their schemes. Why? Why the double standards?
There is no double standard. If you see the basic difference between the two policy in Karnataka, we are appealing to the beneficiaries to put a reel on the social media what benefit they get out of the scheme.
With
And
5
that
lakh
is what
rupees
the-
reward if they manage to get the maximum amount of hits. 54 lakh
that-
rupees, I beg your pardon.
Okay, so that what you want to convey, fine. But over here, we are appealing to the beneficiaries, right? That is what the objective is. And it's nothing wrong in doing a social media activity for the people who are really wants that benefit. That is what the say. Now in Uttar Pradesh, when it was there, you can see it is the who are influencer. That is what the difference is. We are not telling that influencer. We are basically letting the people know that these are the real beneficiaries.
But Dr. Nikul Patel, when there is a financial transaction, is that not an incentive? Financially, you are incentivizing to promote. So how is this different? What Karnataka government is doing, any different from what Yogi government is doing in Uttar Pradesh?
Fine, it's incentivizing anything. Suppose that is what your question is. I think there is nothing different as per you. But over here, our basic objective is to highlight the scheme that really Bharatiya Janata Party is telling that we are not utilizing the money properly over here. People will come to know that whether the money is being utilized or not. So that is the basic objective behind this kind of activity where a minister is appealing to the real beneficiary of the scheme.
Okay, so essentially, and Dr. Nagendra Rangappa, I'm going to come to you. Essentially, if Yogi does it in Uttar Pradesh, it is controlling the media and it is dangerous. But if Congress is doing it, it's actually a good thing. It's highlighting the good schemes for the people, welfare schemes.
See, basically the Congress has created a recipe for disaster in Karnataka by announcing these 4 schemes. Which scheme has been successfully implemented? None of them. Now, to hide behind their failures, they are creating all this satirical drama and all the other things to hide behind these comparatives, then reels, then blaming, then pointing fingers. Instead of that, you should have created a better healthcare facility for the women. You should have created better opportunities in the employment for women. You see, these are the things you should be thinking about rather than thinking about cheap political theatrics.
But they are saying that these are beneficiaries. They are saying these are legitimate beneficiaries who've been asked to tweet.
Madam, you're doing a free scheme and you're searching for beneficiaries. Are you trying to hoodwink the people of Karnataka by saying that you produce more reels and we'll take that as the number of beneficiaries and then we'll be doing the whole world saying this is the greatest project that we have done?
Nikul Patel, answer that. First, you give out freebies. Then you don't have money to even fulfill your 5 guarantees. Now you're going to pay so that those 5 guarantees are going to be publicized on social media.
See, the narrative what the Bharatiya Janata Party wants to portray that there is no money, firstly, it is not correct. The 3 lakh crore...
Congress MLAs themselves have said that. Many of the Congress MLAs have themselves raised this issue, Nikul Patel, as you'd well know, that they are too cash-strapped to carry out these guarantees.
This question is being raised since long, and that is a narrative that is being set. Even DK Shiv Kumar rightly said that we have enough funds and we are handling everything very correctly. The schemes that has been announced are well maintained and well implemented, but the Bharatiya Janata Party wants to set the narrative that there is a lack of funds, there is a problem in it. Now the real beneficiaries when it comes to the social media, definitely these people will realize that the people who have supported the Congress government to brought in them to power are getting the real benefits of it. And
So
we are
Yogi
very sure
Adityanath is also brought to power by people.
that their
Yogi's
narrative
also
will
won
go
elections
wrong,
and come back to power.
we are utilizing that money for the people.
Okay, Narendra Rangappa, the money is being used for people. Don't call it a freebie. Congress says that's not a freebie. It's used for people. It's welfare.
If you had given, we would have been very happy. You have neither given nor provided any facility, nor have you been planning to do anything. Where is the funds to give these people that much of money? You don't have funds at all. Then how can you give? You don't have a basic infrastructure. You don't have a list of beneficiaries. Then you have gone saying that we have given, what have you given? You have
Answer
given
that.
a bag of
Another one of the Congress rule states, Nikul Patel, Himachal Pradesh, already it's cash trap.
Yeah, I would like to know whether the electricity what is being committed is not getting to the people of the Karnataka. I have few examples with me, my real friends or relatives who are staying in the Bangalore and say that now we are able to get benefit in the energy. I don't understand.
How many people receive electricity, Nikul Patel, he's asking?
The state transport facility system. I don't understand this. Bharatiya Janata Party don't want to see. They have a spec which seems that they don't want to see. Then nobody can stop them looking like this.
Do you have the number of beneficiaries? If you have,
everything, you put an RTI, you get everything.
How much of money has been distributed?
I think that you don't want to see that it is your problem.
Beneficiaries are there? How many beneficiaries have received? How much of money?
Okay, direct questions. Let's take these straight questions. Dr. Nikul Patel, Narendra Rangappa is asking, what is the data to show that this has actually worked? And if it has really worked so well, then why do you today feel forced to give out awards for publicizing your schemes if it's working so well on the ground? Why do you need to incentivize it financially, saying that we'll give 54 lakh rupees?
Pradhan Mantri is putting advertisement on each and every corner of the country. He is putting posters at we can see what expense is. Over here, we are only telling the people who are real beneficiary of it, and if they are putting on that is their own wish. We are not making it compulsory to anyone.
But you're going to pay them if they win.
If you see Bharatiya Janata Party spending on advertisement that like anything, there is enough RTI on it and we have enough proof and we have enough evidence.
Where are you going to pay them from? Nikul Patel, just to make it clear, 54 lakh rupees has been promised by the Karnataka Mantri. Where will this 54 lakh rupees come from?
54 lakh rupees will be coming from the revenue that will be generated from the people of the Karnataka. Definitely, whenever exchequer is doing anything.
So there you have it. Narendra Rangappa will come from the public coffers. Narendra Rangappa, that's where the money is coming from.
Madam, this is the classical way of milking the public with the taxpayers' money.
Hey, Dr. Nikul Patel, listen to Mr. Rangappa now. Let him have his say now. Okay, you've made it clear. You've made your side clear. Narendra Rangappa, the 54 lakh rupees is coming from the coffers because there is revenue being generated.
Madam, that is the taxpayers' money of a hard-working individual from Karnataka who is paying his taxes regularly. So, this taxpayers' money has been misused by the Congress.
They're saying Pradhan Mantri does the same. Congress is saying, Dr. Nikul Patel is saying Pradhan Mantri is doing the same.
Pradhan Mantri doesn't use taxpayers' money, madam. They have separate funds.
Being a BJP spokesperson, you are criticizing your own Prime Minister. Our own Prime Minister you are criticizing.
It is not like total misuse to promote a fraudish program, malafide and cheating the people. This is what you are doing.
Now, Dr. Nikul Patel, I know it's convenient. One of the things that Congress does in its defense is to go on an offense, and specifically offensive on the Prime Minister. But then again, here on Times Now, we are getting you the story of two states, Uttar Pradesh and Karnataka, both of them incentivizing influencers and those on social media to promote, and this is directly linked to financial incentives which have been given to them to promote the state schemes. So the question remains, is it okay in Karnataka but not okay in Uttar Pradesh? And if it is okay in Uttar Pradesh, then why not in Karnataka? This question goes out to both the BJP and the Congress who are in power. But thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Narendra Rangappa as well as Dr. Nikul Patel as always. With that, we are going to be slipping into a short break. Don't go anywhere.